2024, peace is a path to the prosperity of a nation. Let peace reign. On the news this afternoon, Rivers Information Commissioner says local council elections will be held. Federal government asks DIA to go after coup mongers. Women speak on economic hardship as world marks Women's Day. And on the foreign scene, Hong Kong set to pass new security law on treason. I am Ifechukumoyele with the news. Now, Rivers State Commissioner for Information Joe Johnson says the local government council elections will take place accordingly. This is as the tenure of the 23 local government chairmen in the state will come to an end in June. Recall that in February, the 27 lawmakers led by Martin Amihuli overruled Governor Fubara and passed the bill stripping him of the power to appoint caretaker chairman after the current terms expire. Speaking on Nigerian 4FM's Morning Crossfire today, Mr. Johnson said Governor Siminalayi Fubara will not do anything that is unconstitutional.
They still have up to June. This is just March. So I don't see any reason why we should be apprehensive. The elections will come. Plans are on. And I want to believe that as a statutory thing, the governor will not have any choice but to bow to the law.
Reacting to the recent protest staged by women from a Che local government area at the government house, Mr. Johnson said the state government will do everything to make sure the people are safe.
And we have a local government chairman. It's a challenge to the council chairman that he should tell us what he has done in trying to mitigate that challenge that is going on. The government on its own will do everything to make sure that the people are safe.
As you may know, some women of Ime community in Igbo Kingdom, a Che local government area, yesterday staged a protest to the River State Government House at the State Police Command over forceful acquisition of their farmlands and alleged abduction of their sons by land grabbers in the area. In another development, a video trending on social media shows the moment when the River State Governor Siminalayi Fubara visited a roadside store somewhere in the state to purchase a bottle of soft drink. Governor Fubara amused the spectators when he held the bottle of soft drink in his hand and asked if it was free. He then gave the store owner a wad of notes and the spectators hailed him. Have a listen at the moment when it happened.
This afternoon, I Sprite. Okay. Not free.
Moving on, the councillor representing the Ward 9 of FCT Minister Nyesom Wike in Obiakpo local government area of River State, Acho Prince Nna, has resigned from his position as leader of the House Legislative Council. The lawmaker made the announcement via a letter addressed to the clerk of the House and declared his support for Governor Siminalayi Fubara. In other news, the Minister of State for Defense, Bello Matawale, has directed the Defense Intelligence Agency to go after those calling for a coup in the country. In a statement, Dr. Matawale described those calling for an undemocratic change of government as agents of darkness and warned that anyone caught would not be treated lightly. He said the military has come to reality with a democratic government in Nigeria and is focused on their constitutional duty of defending the constitution. And now, as Christians and Muslim faithful prepare for Lent and Ramadan, the Department of State Services has advised them to use the period to promote peace, unity, and harmony in the country. DSS Director of Public Relations and Strategic Communications, Peter Afanaya, in a statement today, urged religious leaders to uphold empathy as well as prioritize cooperation and conflict prevention during these periods. It also asked residents to remain vigilant against public dangers, especially improvised explosive devices, IEDs. Avoid crowded or suspicious areas and report to relevant security agencies any strange objects, activities, and movements of hostile elements. Still to come, women speak on economic hardship as world marks Women's Day. Stay with us.
It's a 3-day reconciliation crusade.
progress. But more and more women have been speaking out about the growing absence of safety net for women in society. In Port Harcourt, some women told our correspondent that they feel neglected with no support system as they deal with the challenges of the current economic hardship. The women, who are mostly petty traders, said they struggle to make daily income to feed and shelter their family.
I want to start up a business. If I want to start, how much will I take to the market and how much will follow me to return after selling? Because I want to go into cooking. Things are expensive. Now I can't even use 3,000 naira to cook food. See, nowadays, if you want to eat food, you only see water and vegetable inside your soup.
Now, I cannot even see income of 5,000 in a week. If I able to sell 10,000, if I go to market now, that 10,000 cannot buy market. Since January till now, I cannot save even 5,000. Now we cannot feel. If you watch, we are eating abacha. The economic is bad. Let government do something.
All this is where the cost rise, Gary, make the price come down. But since it's very high, if you want to travel now, you know, like 100,000, no go fit go your village. The price of fuel to come down soon.
Now, for 22-year-old Happiness, who is a single mother, the hardship worsened when she was lured to Port Harcourt from the southeast. Now, she says a supposed friend intended to exploit her for sex work. Ms. Happiness spoke to gender correspondent Constance Mega.
As of 2022, during December period, then I was in the village with my stepmom. We're not that in peace because of polygamous problem. Out of annoyance, I had to start to call it Osaya. Along the line, I met a friend. She said she worked in oil company here in Port Harcourt, and she do a cleaning job here, and there is still vacant. I said, okay, I'm in. In the night, she said she wants to take me out. I'm not into beer, but she made me drink it just to make sure that she's okay. I woke up, see myself in a hotel. Then I overheard her bargaining with a man over me.
The single mother narrated how she resorted to picking scrap metals to cater for herself and her baby after her jailed lover's colleague evicted her from their apartment.
No peace. Even the shop my dad left for me before he died, they took it forcefully from me, where I sell mama puts. I don't even want to call them. They are the least in my mind. I start doing scribing with my own sense of brain, of my Urobi. Because if I beg you today, beg you tomorrow, next tomorrow, even if you will give me, I will feel ashamed of myself to beg you. Some of his friends were like, you can sell off this child, start up new life. If I put her in the carrier, I will use my wrapper, I'll cover her, and I will be walking down.
In the meantime, the River State Deputy Governor Ngozi Odo says the state government is committed to raising the consciousness of women contributing to society. Professor Odo, in an interview to celebrate International Women's Day, said the contribution of Rivers women is helping the development of the state.
Is in line with the actions taken by Governor Fubara in his appointments of women into positions of trust. I therefore call on women across the state to show commitment and dedication in all that they do, whether petty trading, farming, and those in decision-making positions, to bear in mind that their contributions is in no small measure helping the development of our dear state.
Similarly, President Bola Tinubu has promised that his administration will prioritize the welfare of women, protect their rights, and advance their causes. Now, the president, in a statement, recognized the role of women in nation building, saying Nigerian women are vital to the nation's development, growth, and greatness. On the spot, the president of the Senate, Senator Godswill Akpabio, praised Nigerian women, saying they are a full package and a special breed. He described Nigerian women as resilient, industrious, and unwavering. Straight to business. The Minister of Works, David Umahi, says the construction of the 700 kilometers Lagos-Calabar coastal highway has begun. The minister in a statement said the 47.47 kilometer dual carriageway has 5 lanes on each side and a train track in the middle. In entertainment, Nigerian music artist Ira Star plans to ensure women won't have to pay for anything if she becomes president for one day. The Stability star told MTV UK that everything would be free for women during her administration. In sports, the Flying Eagles of Nigeria started their campaign in the men's football event at the 13th African Games in Ghana with a 2-1 defeat to Uganda.
And now, we'll bring you news from around the world.
Now, Hong Kong is set to pass its own version of a Beijing-imposed national security law which stipulates life in jail for treason. A full draft of Article 23, which covers treason, sedition, and state secret, was tabled today. The city's leader, John Lee, called for it to be passed at full speed. That's a wrap of the news this afternoon. Before we go, let's have a look at the major stories. The River State Commissioner for Information, Joe Johnson, says local council elections will be held. The federal government has asked the DIA to go after coup mongers. Some Port Harcourt women have spoken on the current economic hardship amid World Women's Day. And on the foreign scene, Hong Kong is set to pass a security law which stipulates life in jail for treason. The news was edited by Martha Okerinkem. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808 721 7215. I'm Ifechuku Moyali. Many thanks for listening.